Hey, I'm Jared.
I'm Petria.
We're the Walkers.
We are.
Yeah, that's true. We are on a journey to start a real estate business, and we have an idea of starting a podcast and sharing lessons. Um, if we have any advice, we'll share that too. We probably don't. So we're just kind of here for the ride, and we want to bring you guys along with the journey, talk amongst ourselves, bring in some interesting guests, and interview them as well. Um,
Well, we might have advice, though.
that's true.
Don't
We
say
may have a little
probably.
bit.
And someone may have advice for us. So.
That's true too. That's
It's
true
okay.
too. Okay, we'll
Anyway,
roll
we
with
want to
that.
tell you guys about our investors social that we just had a few days ago.
Yeah, it was very interesting. So we created an event.
Yeah.
We posted on our socials.
On Meetup,
Yeah. Each of our
Instagram.
socials. We promoted it and
Did you put it on Facebook too?
put it on Facebook as well.
Yeah. Okay.
And ta-da! No one showed up. So
I was just
there's
about
the
to
catch.
ask you what were your thoughts.
Yeah, no one showed up, and so instead of canceling the event, we decided let's just turn it into a date night,
Yeah.
and so that's what we did. We just turned it into a date
And
night.
we waved to a few strangers.
We did. We still had
Yeah.
awesome conversation, and after the date night, we said, "Man, what's the next step?" We said, "You know what? We're gonna record this podcast."
Well, it's
And-
fresh.
Exactly.
Because
Yes.
we had some
That's-
feelings about it.
Yeah, and that's where we are. That's where we are now. So let's talk about. Let's get into that. Let's talk about
Okay.
our meetup event, and what did and didn't go so well, and
Yeah.
what our next steps are. I know
Okay,
you
well,
wrote down questions.
Yeah, I
What-
did.
What's your
I
thoughts?
wrote a few questions, and
Okay.
I think since we've already started, I'll just ask you what surprised you the most about the event.
I think honestly that not one person showed.
Yeah.
I really thought that our social posts didn't have a lot of views, but they had a couple thousand views, like collectively.
Right.
So I thought, okay, we would at least get like one show,
Yeah.
and it may even be a friend
Because there were like
um,
10 people who
on the
Who
actual
RSVP'd.
meetup. Yeah, there was like 10
Yeah.
people that
No, I
RSVP'd,
get it.
and in the grand scheme of things, 10 people. That's 10 extra new faces that we don't know. But I was so excited. I'm like 10 people, and I thought if we get even a friend would come, like this is cool. But
Yeah.
like, no, yeah, that
I
was
wanted
probably
to
the
play a
biggest
game
surprise.
too, so just like an icebreaker game.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
What about you? I think you should answer that because
What?
I have a pretty funny one on your interesting surprise. What was your biggest surprise though?
My biggest surprise. I honestly don't know if I was surprised by anything because
Okay.
people always say they're going to do something, and with something like on Meetup, the thing is it's a great platform for you to browse and say it, but a lot happens behind the screen or how you're feeling that day. There's no obligation,
Yeah.
so people can say like, oh yeah, I want to do that, or I want to go there, or
Mhm.
let's try something new, and then they're not really tied to anything. They're not really invested in it, so
Yeah.
they can definitely be like, oh no, never mind, or
Yeah,
forget. It's
yeah.
easy to fall off their radar,
Right.
or maybe they're like me and their calendar messed up, and everything
Okay.
I put on my calendar is just gone,
Okay.
like it was, so they don't have a reminder. But
Yeah.
I don't know that anything really surprised me. I was cool with. I was hoping people would come, but you're also my husband, so I'm like, I'll just hang out with my husband if nobody
and-
shows.
yeah. I think we both had that idea, even non-verbalizing it in the back of our minds. Like, if no one shows, we're good. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, but where I thought you was gonna go with that
Yeah.
was me fibbing at the very beginning.
Oh yeah. Well, that was
yeah.
funny,
Yeah.
and the only reason I didn't, I probably would have thought you were lying anyway, but
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
because chances are, okay, so he sent me a text like a little bit before I had arrived. I was probably 5 minutes late just because I had a meeting that
Went over. a
went
little bit.
over.
Yeah.
Anyway, he texted me and he was like, there was like 27 people showed up, but I know my husband. And if there were truly that many people there, he wouldn't have even had time to text me that. So
Yeah, that's true. I would have been overwhelmed and swamped,
Yeah.
and trying to like connect with anybody I could. But I literally had like a beer in a hand, and I went to the bar and got like a beer and had a beer in a hand and just like
Yeah.
me lonely
So
at the table.
it was at Penn's, just
Yeah,
to give
yeah.
you
Penn's
a little
Mechanical.
context. Penn's Mechanical, you know, just because there's open space, there's stuff to do, there's stuff around. It was at Easton. Anyone who knows Penn's Mechanical, if you're local, or if you're not local and you have a Penn's, you know that they offer a variety of seating spaces. They offer drinks. It's just an easy place to vibe and relax. And so yeah, we were at Penn's Mechanical
Yeah.
for our first.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
It's a cool atmosphere.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
cool atmosphere. Okay. What would you say the next thing is?
Do you want to ask a question, or do you want to say something, or I can look at my list?
Yeah. Let me ask one. Let me see.
Okay.
What do we got going on here? Okay, so I would say, you know, would you do it again? Would you do another one?
Yes, I
Okay.
would.
Absolutely.
Because you really can't judge something just by one time, unless you absolutely hate something.
Yeah.
Or have super ill feelings. I think you should try it again, especially if it's something like a meetup that could potentially go better next time. So yes, I would do it again, and we are doing it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna do it again, and we'll probably do it many more times. And if one person shows up, that's amazing. If no
Yeah.
one shows up, that's okay.
That's okay.
We're gonna hang out anyways.
We'll do another one.
And the more the merrier. So, kind of leading into another question that I had was
Yeah.
goals. You know,
Yeah.
what do you did you kind of like, as we kind of led into this? You know, this was obviously the first one that we ever did.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have a lot of expectations because I don't think we really knew what to expect.
No.
But did you have like a goal of, you know, through the event, what would your goal be if you had to come up with one?
So I am a firm believer in networking.
Okay.
So my goal would just be to meet someone, because the first I guess goal in networking is you have to meet someone, or it's not a network, right?
Yeah.
And so you don't know who knows somebody, you don't know who they know. So the goal would be to meet someone who understands investments, who we can learn from, or who has questions that we don't have or we didn't think about. So meeting people would be my goal in the investing world, in the real estate world, because the more people you meet, the more knowledge you gain, the more people you meet.
Okay.
What about you?
I can't argue with that. I agree with that. I think that we both really enjoy a sense of community.
Yeah.
And I think a part of this was driving and pulling together that sense of community.
Right.
You know, with like-minded individuals, investors, whether they're seasoned or first-time investors, real estate professionals in general, and really, you don't even have to be an investor or real estate professional. Individuals who enjoy that type of conversation and, you know, want to learn and grow in that atmosphere. So I think any like non-measurable anecdotal part of that would have been a successful goal.
I like that you said that too, just because even if you're not an investor or a real estate agent and you live in a house, own a house, go on vacations, rent short-term rentals, I think it's great to have just anybody who can tell you what they're looking for.
Yeah.
How was your experience? What were your likes? What were your dislikes? Things like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, that there's so many different like pieces of advice, and I was thinking of a quote earlier, but I lost it as we were talking.
That's all right.
But one piece of advice that I was thinking about when you was talking was some of the best opportunities start with great conversations.
Yeah,
And
I love that.
you know, I've heard that so many different times and different renditions of it, but it really is true.
It is.
Like some of the greatest opportunities come out of just awesome conversations.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that was a part, and still is, and is going to be a part of these future meetups that we continue to do, and future podcasts as well, is to generate those conversations amongst one another, and as we pull in you know, unique and creative guests as well.
We are going to have guests, and we're going to have another meetup. So we hope that one is more successful in terms of people showing up who we can talk to. Come talk to us. Ask questions. Let us know what you know. We'll let you know what we know. So yeah, let's meet up.
Yeah, absolutely. Diving into what happens next is that very thing. So watch for this to come out. Watch for another podcast.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get a guest on here. I think that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Have like a unique and creative collaborative conversation.
Yeah.
Have no idea what it's going to be, but we'll
okay.
find out.
We'll
And
figure it out.
and watch for our next meetup as well. We will be posting that on social. I'm gonna think here within the next couple of days.
Yeah,
We'll have something
okay.
come out, and everybody will see it.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to our
yeah.
journey, guys.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sticking around with us for a
Yeah.
few minutes. Hopefully you was entertained at least by our crazy conversation. And this is the first of many, I'm sure, to come. So we'll stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Okay. Awesome. Cool.
Cut,
Up top.
producer.
Cut it off.